baby girl, baby girl.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, Smith had the drop.
Yes, we got the drop, man.
Yes.
He ain't playing around. Smithy don't play. Let me reclaim Abby Phillip. Okay. Abby Phillip had a rough week, but I think she's redeemed herself. So this is how it started, Roderick. I'm sure you heard the interview with Cameron. This is how it started. Let's play a little of that. This is how it started.
Is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is, and y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there, but for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint y'all invited me to.
And poor Abby sitting there like, I'm asking questions, in my dulcet tones. I'm being respectful. I've been trained to do this job. I don't understand why this man is drinking so loudly. It sounds disgusting. And he's going to do what? Did he say something with the cheeks? Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me
He was
try to keep it together.
Professional. She was.
She was. I wouldn't have been. I always see myself in that. I wouldn't have lost it. It would have been very in character, actually.
Yeah.
But I struggle with this because we are in some wild, no boundary having times, and at some point when there's no decorum on the other end, you got to gather these people and embarrass them. You're a 48-year-old man. I would have been like, you're 48 years old. You are raising children, and you would come on national television talking about slapping cheeks. Really, is this the best you can do as a man? Are you representing what manhood? Like, it would have been like on and popping.
Right.
But she redeemed herself, and I'm not even putting it on her because it's not her fault as much as it is the producers and whoever is conceiving things at CNN that this was going to be a good interview. Y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. Yep. But yesterday she interviewed Byron Donalds. Now, you may know him as the man that could have been Speaker of the House. Remember they kept putting his name when they were trying to get Kevin out? Yeah. Kevin McCarthy out 50,000 times. Him. They kept putting the black man name, and I was like, they ain't never going to bring him. They ain't never going to hire him. It ain't going to work. And then they got the Mike Johnson guy, but he's shown up for Trump this past couple of weeks with the red tie. There's the red tie brigade, the conservative black men brigade, like he's always at the forefront of that, right? And they all have something similar in common. But anyway, he's a representative from Florida, the 19th district. He was on with Abby Phillip, and she would not let him get away with the nonsense. And this has to be the standard. Yeah. We were talking about it with Caitlin. What's her name? The other young lady from CNN. She also was holding somebody to Caitlin Collins. Thank you. This has to be the standard. You can't let people get on your airwaves and just say ish.
Right.
Okay. Let's play a little bit of this. This is a longer clip than I expected, but we're going to play it.
Just recently, there was this issue of the search warrant for the search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago property, and it authorized the use of deadly force for the FBI agents, standard boilerplate language. But you and others have described it as an assassination attempt on the former president. That's just not true. Why would you say something like that?
Well, first of all, my view of it is very simple. You have the FBI going in to do this raid on Mar-a-Lago. This is not like any other raid that they would do. FBI agents who did that raid did not want to do it. They didn't think it was necessary. And this is all politically motivated at the end because Merrick Garland wanted that to happen. Merrick Garland wanted the scenes, which your network did cover, of going into Mar-a-Lago.
Congressman, with all due respect, the language for the search is standard operating procedure for every operation of that kind that the FBI does. They did the same thing when they searched Joe Biden's house.
Yes, but I would say
So
that.
how is that
But what I would
weaponizing
say
it?
when they searched
Joe Biden weaponizing
when
the
they
DOJ
searched
against
Joe
himself?
Biden's house, there weren't all the networks, from my recollection, with helicopters flying over the beach house in Rehoboth Beach, going to find the classified documents in his garage that he took when he was a vice president and when he was a United States senator, which, by the way, is a violation of the Espionage
Pause for a
Act.
second, Smith.
They didn't do
Pause
that.
for a second. Pause. What does that have to do with the Biden administration that the press showed up when they came to Mar-a-Lago for Trump? Like, that's a press. You should be mad at the media, not at Merrick Garland and them. Like, if they did the same procedure for both and the press decided to show up for Trump and not for Biden, that's not Biden's fault.
Also,
continue.
It just
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it also skips over the fact that there was months of non-compliance that led up to this, that built up the hype in the media and in the real world. That was not happening with Biden. He cooperated
immediately. Right. Continue, Smith.
I'm talking about
They didn't
this
politicize
conspiracy theory.
They didn't politicize
Congressman, I'm talking about the conspiracy theory that the FBI was trying to assassinate Trump.
Well, let's talk
Would
about.
you acknowledge that that is not true?
Well, let's talk about what's fact.
But,
Let's talk about
just
what's
real
fact.
simple question.
What's fact
is it true or false that the FBI was trying to assassinate Trump?
What's fact
language?
is that Joe Biden violated the Espionage Act. He did it with impunity.
I just want to know.
Robert Hur is not prosecuting
Congressman,
him.
I just want to know that you are not responding to a very simple question about a conspiracy theory that you voiced.
What conspiracy theory?
That the FBI, by having on a document that they are authorized to use deadly force, was trying to harm or assassinate former President Trump. That is false. Will you acknowledge that?
Can I be very clear with you?
Sure.
I'm not sure what Merrick Garland is trying to do these days.
So the answer
because it
is
is
no.
clear that the
You
Department
will
of
acknowledge
Justice
that
is
that's
being
so
weaponized
exhausting.
against.
All right, enough. It's. I know the tactic, right? You learn it in debate class. You know, when you media train people, you teach people to answer what they came there to respond to, never answer the question that's asked. Right. I used to train people, so I know what that is. But as an American that sends representatives to Congress that we vote for, this is a representative. You live in Florida right now. This is what is representing you. And the lack of integrity, because you're on there parroting a lie. A very dangerous lie that gets repeated over and over again, that Merrick Garland and the Department of Defense, they're death threats against these people. Judges are having death threats because of the lies that are being put out over and over and over again. And when you're held to account and then you say, well, let's deal with the facts, and you're not dealing with the facts. So even that is, it's so infuriating that we live in this kind of world.
I hate that passes as discourse, really, because it really was a waste of everybody's time. But I think what's really frustrating is that he's gonna go back to his people, and they're gonna treat that interview completely like, I see it as a disgrace on his part. But there are people that will go, "You showed her, yeah, you went and told her to her face that, yeah, you didn't back down." And it's like, what is your moral view of the world that was okay? That you saw anything redeemable in that exchange, and this guy is one of your guys. But yeah, it's kind of sad whenever I listen to cable news or watch cable news and see that happening. It's kind of sad. And similarly with the Cameron thing, but that's more about I just can't believe he pitched that lie out there that he just showed up and didn't know what they want to talk about. That's crazy. All the stuff that has to happen for you to get on the news, for them to interview you, they pre-interview people, they send questions over to your people. You definitely knew what they were going to talk about. You just wanted to get up there and promote your dick pills and your TV show.
Do they work? Do they work?
I don't know. I ain't never tried no.
Oh, there's a picture. There's a picture of him.
You know what that bottle
Puffy
ain't got on it? You know what that bottle ain't got on it? FDA approved. You know it ain't on there. I ain't putting that in my body.
Oh, come on. 866. You don't want a little bear meat? All right. 866-801.
You're going to get brain worms.
You don't want a little bear meat, raw bear.